entries today right here in the building, and they're going to sign their entry form right here with John Broyles and I right here, and we're going to get their autographed names on the paper. Two young wrestlers in the business that are excited about this tournament, Michael Faith and Kevin Douglas. They are excited about being part of this and being part of this wrestling phenomenon that this tournament's going to be, because that's exactly what it's going to be. It's never been done before. So I'm going to bring them up. I'm going to bring them in right now. You and I are both going to let them sign their application for the tournament. Start this tournament off. This is going to be entry number 1 and entry number 2. And I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for is entry number 399 and 400. Because that's when we're going to shut the door. Sandy bar the door, because when we get to 400, it's on like Donkey Kong, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it's fixing to happen, and you got to get involved early and soon, because when we get to 400, I got to stop. I got 3 days to do it, and I only got so much time to do it in. And these matches will stay on time, and they will be busy. So right now, I'm going to stand up. John and I are going to stand up. We're going to bring our forms in. I know they're right here. Let me get them over here, right here on the desk. Michael, Kevin, come right in. Michael Faith, everybody. Going to sign his participant form, number 1 in the tournament. Doesn't mean he's going to win it. He's got to do the job and got to come through this tournament bracket by bracket to get there. But he's number 1 in the tournament. Michael, congratulations. Good luck to you, John Broyles.
Thank you.
Kevin, how you doing, brother? Good seeing you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Right there's your spot to sign, man. Number 2 in the tournament, John, Kevin Douglas. Hey, and I'm just going to do this right now. I'm going to stand in between them because I don't want no fighting on the stage today. But I'm going to tell you that these two competitors, if they can get through their bracket and get to the last 16, that's when they'll meet. Because our brackets will be set up by weight class, so guys are comparable and with their own size and with their own talent to start off with. But then as we get down to the final bracket of 16, well then, these two gentlemen might have to meet. But when we get to that point, I'll guarantee you, they'll be ready for that moment. Guys, again, we appreciate it. We thank you so much, and I'm telling you, you're going to have the time of your life for 4 days right here in Muenster, Texas.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
So much. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, is there any questions out there we can answer before we go today? I want to finish this up real quick, and John and I will take a couple answers, or a couple questions, but this is number 1, and this is number 2, and we're started and on the road to going.
Now I got to mention something before you go through that. And we have 2 people right now. You say you're looking for number 399. If you're somebody who's interested in participating in something that is as unique as what you're building here, think about this. When you've wrestled before, what's the largest crowd you've ever played to? We're going to be pumping tens of thousands of people through this park area here. You're going to be able to perform for a mass of people. So ring psychology, all the things you're going to be judged on, all the things you want to try to develop as a professional, you're going to be able to exercise those here and see where you are on the chart.
Absolutely. And that's part of this business that a lot of people don't understand. That this business is not just headlocks and hammerlocks. It's how to do it, when to do it, and how to do it in the ring at the right time and in front of a crowd of people. I know that a lot of young guys in the business today, and even back when I started, the first 3 or 4 months of the business, you run out of air after about 3 or 4 minutes because you're so blowed up because you're not sure about what you're doing. That squared circle has to become your home, and you got to be able to darn near close your eyes and do it in the dark. And that's what this is going to teach them, especially the fact that so many young guys today wrestle the same guy week after week, month after month, month after month. Somebody to get through this tournament is going to have to wrestle 8 or 9 matches against 8 or 9 people they've never seen before. So this is such a unique opportunity. And I told you, John, last night I went to a show and told the boys about it. And there was another promoter at that show last night, and he said, "There's nothing that has never been done in this professional wrestling world." Well, you're looking at it right here today that this has never, ever been done. These matches are not set before the guys go to the ring. The winners will be determined by the judges. They're going to wear ankle-colored brackets, just like the amateurs do. The judges will only know them as red and green. They're not going to know that this guy is related to somebody or this guy is married to somebody. They're not going to know that. So this is the first time this has ever been done. And I'm so looking forward to it that if anybody has any questions out there, you know how to contact us, wildwestwrestling.webs.com. You know how to get a hold of us. Get a hold of us, ask us your questions, and we'll help you get signed up and in this tournament. We're ready to take a question. Any questions?
Yes, you've talked about how big this. How many entries do you expect, and how do you get all these matches in just 3 days?
Well, we're going to limit the entries to 400 people. And those 400 people will take 399 matches to come up with a champion. This is no different than March Madness when they do basketball. They take 65 teams, it takes 64 games to become a champion. This is the same thing. We're going to do in 2 rings roughly 140 to 160 matches a day. That leaves us with on Sunday to do roughly 100 matches. So it's not that tough to do. I've done amateur tournaments, I've done powerlifting meets, and I know how to keep that time frame going. We'll have 2 rings set up. We're going to have a 3rd one in the wings in case any problem happens with the ring. We're not going to allow ourselves to get stopped because of something going wrong. This will continue on.
And you brought up something else too, and this is for everybody to understand that if you're a fan and you come and watch, you're going to have the board up so that those brackets are up and people are going to be able to keep up with
Those boards will be timed out. And those matches, in other words, if you see these 2 guys here and this guy moves forward, when he gets in this next bracket, that match is going to have a time frame. It's going to happen. And they will happen in those time frames. My ringmasters, my bookers at each tent, the people that are running the judges table, they're going to keep it on time. And the first 3 rounds will be 8-minute matches. After that, they're going to go to 10 and 12-minute matches. But those first 3 rounds will get us down to 100 entries out of 400. So by the time we get to 100, it's going to be pretty cool because it's going to be live. Then they're going to be the guys that can really get after it when we get to that point.
Right. And one of the bonus things about this is that you're an entrant in this. You come into the fest, and even if you're eliminated early, you're inside the fest. Come have a good time and see what all the friendly people in Muenster are all about.
Absolutely. And you're also going to get your judging sheets from the judges. When you're eliminated from the tournament, you're going to receive your judging sheets back with their signature on it. So let's say you get to wrestle 3 or 4 rounds, you're going to get 8 signatures on 4 different scorecards, and you may get Chavo Guerrero or Bob Orton Jr. or Booker T or Danny Hodge or any of these guys to sign that sheet, and then you automatically have been critiqued by one of the legends in this business. So I'm excited about it. I just cannot wait. Another question?
You talk about the brackets. Can you explain the bracket system, how that's set up?
32-man brackets by weight divisions. Those 32-man brackets, we're hoping to run 12 or 13 brackets. We'll get a champion in each bracket. When that champion in each bracket is determined, then the last championship bracket will be a 16-man bracket, and we're going to fill those empty voids with the highest scores out of those brackets. So in other words, a judging sheet is, there's about 10 PowerPoints that the judges are going to judge on. They're going to score each one of those during the match. When those scores are tallied up, the gentleman with the highest score moves forward in the tournament. But let's say that let's say like Michael Faith or Kevin Douglas wrestle somebody early in their round and they barely beat somebody by a point or 2. Well, that guy that they barely beat by that point or 2, if that's a high-scored match, he may get back into the tournament in that 16-man bracket. So he might only have to wrestle once or twice and then make it to that 16-man bracket because he scored so well. I want to keep this tournament open so that the best people available move forward, and there's always a spot or 2 to fill in with somebody that just drew poorly in their